Hello everyone! Today we're going to be checking out the newest WRM from MoYu. This is the 2021 version. Let's get into it. Alright, this box is looking familiar. The past few WRM cubes all kind of look the same. The first box has accessories. These look mostly the same. Honestly, this box doesn't need to be this big at all. It's just a waste of space. Actually, now that I'm noticing, underneath all of these things is the actually important part, and I'm not sure how to get to it. Okay, so I got the top off, and underneath are the tools that we use to adjust the magnets and things in this cube. That still doesn't justify all this wasted space. Alright, here's the cube. I am super pumped for this one because the previous WRM has been my main basically since it came out, and this seems like a pretty small update from what I've seen from other people, but I'm still pretty hyped for it. So straight off the bat, it feels about the same weight, and I believe it's the exact same size too. The shades look exactly the same, and the plastic feels pretty frosted. I know mine feels a bit more glossy just because I've been using it for like a year straight, but either way, let's turn it. Oh yes, this is nice. I really like this so far. I can kind of tell that this is going to be really good with lube and all. But this is also a bit on the loose side. I think it'll come on the lowest spring compression. Yeah, and I usually use mine on the second highest, I believe. So maybe I will crank this up a little bit and see how it feels. Okay, this is still feeling really nice. Honestly, I feel like it didn't make that much of a difference. But maybe it's just because I'm used to it on a tighter spring compression. Yeah, now that I'm feeling it with the center caps on, it feels a bit more stable and controllable, and I think this will turn out very nicely. Alright, so this piece structure is the thing I want to compare because this looks structurally very similar to the previous version. So there is a bit more primary plastic, which I don't know if it really makes a difference, but that's how they decided to construct it, probably because of these exposed magnets over here. But as you can see on the old version, we had a split piece design for the edges still. The corners also look like that. It was like this three-part construction, whereas on the new version, they've switched to an all-primary base with these colored caps. And I think it just provides a really consistent look, but I'm not really sure if it'll change the feel too much. The pattern on the corner still looks basically identical. They have this type of sun looking pattern with all these circles, and the shape of the piece looks literally identical. The shape of the edge piece also looks nearly identical. There's one small addition though right here. There are some little dots on the edge of the edge here. They look like the same type of dots that were on the corner piece, maybe just to trap lube, but other than that, the shape looks basically the exact same. So I'm assuming that since the piece structure is almost identical, that's probably why the cube feels so similar to the previous version. So what exactly makes this different? The biggest thing that I can tell straight off the bat is the adjustable magnets. This is MoYu's first 3x3 with adjustable magnets. Gan's been doing it for ages. Even Chi has it in their Volk. Even some MoYu sub-brands like Wogon, they had it in their EDM like a year ago at least. But for some reason, the flagship MoYu WeiLong WR cube has never had it. So we used this tool that we got in the package. Basically just has a little flathead screwdriver type of thing on the end of it, and you stick it into this adjustable thing over here, and then you can spin it from settings 1 to 5. Now this is a bit counterintuitive. I would think that increasing the number would increase the strength of the magnet, but it's actually backwards. So setting 1 is the strongest and setting 5 is actually the weakest. It looks like the cube came with setting 1, and this feels pretty nice to me, so I will probably end up leaving it on 1, but I do want to check out how light it'll get, so I'm going to change all of these to setting 5 just by twisting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also worth noting that if you adjust the magnet on one side, it doesn't adjust the magnet on the other side. That is a pain. I really like when it adjusts both at the same time. A lot of cubes have done that in the past, just not this one. Alright, I just finished adjusting all of the magnets. It kind of took like 2 minutes. It was kind of a pain. But I'm really glad I did, because it is now on the lightest setting, and I am actually amazed at how much it changed. This cube feels completely different. It almost feels non-magnetic. It's actually like a lot floppier, And it's a very noticeable change, which I'm actually kind of happy about. You can even see it in my turning, like I'm so much less controlled now, but it's great to know that this cube can be pretty well customized to fit a lot of people's preferences for magnet strengths. Alright, so here's my verdict on the cube after playing with it for just about an hour now and doing some solves. Basically, the way I'm feeling is it's just like the WRM 2020. If you like the 2020 version, you will like the 2021 version. They feel so similar, it's hard for me to pick out differences, other than the obvious addition of the magnet adjustment system, or the pieces being made of primary plastic rather than a two-piece construction. Other than that, it really feels so similar. But I also love it so much. I love the WRM 2020, so I also really like the 2021 version so far. Now I'm planning to set this up very similarly to my 2020 version. I just made a video showing you how I set up my main 3x3, and if you want to know how I'm going to set up this new one, it'll basically be the same, so go check out that video if you want to know how I set up my cubes. I'll leave a link in the description below. Either way, my first impressions are positive, but I don't think that it's really worth the upgrade if you have the 2020 version already and you're happy with it. I'd like to give a huge thank you to TheCubicle for sending me this cube to review. If you'd like to buy it from their store, I'll leave a link in the description below. And remember, you can always get 5% off of all your orders from TheCubicle.com by using the discount code LCC at checkout. Thanks for watching.